Rugunda's group, UPC, problem number one was election manipulation. They used to call that Ochanga Karuru. Tuatera Karuru, Shahemune, Extreka, Kuzai, Kamukago, Bote, Yako, Machi, Wanuka. You should call Rakasis and he sings it for you. So the second mistake of UPC was not being forthright. You see, for instance, the Mukago, the alliance they made with Kabaka Yeka, with the Baganda sectarian party, was part of the problem for Uganda's history, because they misled Mengo to think that the wrong things they were asking, were demanding, were achievable. Yet Kiwanuka was forthright, says, what you are saying is not possible. But the UPC said, no, it's possible. So let's make an alliance, we shall work on them. But then later on, they couldn't. The alliance collapsed only after 2 years. So this not being forthright, misleading Mengo, really cost us expensively for Uganda. As the weakness I saw in UPC. But UPC had some Pan-Africanism. They had some Pan-African. They were not as anti-African, as an African, I wouldn't say an African, as for instance, the other groups. Now, by 1965, problems had started developing in the parties. So, a part of UPC, led by Gracie Vingira, linked up with the DP and a part of Kabaka Yeka. They formed a new group. This group of Vingira, a little bit of DP, then Mutesa was involved in this group. We had some 3 points, which I think were correct. Number one was that they were insisting on constitutionalism, because the problems which had been created by UPC and Kabaka Yeka of making a very difficult constitution to operate. This group were saying, you know, okay, whatever the problems we have, let us solve them constitutionally without the use of force. Secondly, for some reason, this group, and that's why I associated with them. For some reason, they were supporting the East African Federation. In fact, Vingira was the leader of the negotiating committee for East African Federation, which was supposed to be launched in 1963. And really, I liked that group for this, because Vingira here, and Tom Mboya in Kenya, and there was a man also called Oscar Kambona in Tanzania. For some reason, they supported this idea of the political federation, which was very much pushed by Mwalimu Nyerere. Mwalimu Nyerere was supporting, pushing this, but the ministers who were supporting it were Mboya here, Vingira, and Kambona. Now, unfortunately, Obote removed Vingira from the negotiating committee and replaced him with Nechon. And when Nechon went there, abused everybody, and that was the end of that effort. But I like this group because of this second reason, the one of supporting the East African Federation. Then the third element in their position was building a national army. Because at that time there was a problem of armies which were not national, just from a few tribes. And we said this is wrong, it should not happen. The army should be national. That group had those three good reasons, but their problem was that I think they were working too much with the West, with the Western countries, with the United States and so on. Somehow, and that's how they turned against Kakonge. They voted Kakonge out, and that's how Ibingira became Secretary General. I don't know why they got involved in those Cold War politics. That was their mistake. Now, when Obote used his method of overthrowing the constitution, which was not correct, because why do you use force to overthrow the constitution? To abrogate, as he put it. It was not necessary. You should fight constitutionally. Because when you use force, then you leave the matter unresolved. People remain dissatisfied. If he had not used force, we would have done this. No, don't use force. Use political struggle. But that's what he did. He used force to overthrow the constitution, and we didn't support it. But when he did it, some of us said, okay, let's not get stuck. If Obote has used this method, let's see how we work with him to achieve now East African integration. That's how some of us started working, joined the Rugundas now, said, okay, you have used force, you have overthrown the constitution. Now, let's move to write a new constitution of Africa, of East Africa, of integration. Unfortunately, Amin now came in. So UPC cannot complain that I did not support him, because I supported them at some stage. Then Amin comes in. When Amin comes in, we say, no, Amin. This one doesn't know much, doesn't care. He's just being manipulated by, I don't know who, people were manipulating him. Now, all our programs, because remember, for us, we always have programs. Inside the country, programs. The four principles: socio-economic transformation. How will you cause socio-economic transformation if you have got a manager like Idi Amin? Because UPC, although they were dictatorial at the political level, they had overthrown the constitution. But when you went to government programs, like for instance, the cattle keepers, we had our minister, John Wabiha, who was very, very doing things correctly, introducing tick control, introducing. So while we have got a problem with Obote at the political level, but at the socio-economic level, we could move. We could move, and that's why we started working with UPC. In fact, at that time, Obote and Mwalimu Nyerere and Mzee Kaunda had formed a group called Mulungushi Club. So he had some ideas about African integration.